It's your boy, John Laboy, your local real estate agent, and we are here again with another YouTube video. This video is gonna be about 10 steps to buying a home in 2023 for first-time home buyers. But before we continue, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit that bell button so you get notified every time I post new videos. All right, let's get to it. Step number 1, get pre-approved. This should be your first step in the home buying process. This will help you to ensure that you qualify for financing and will give you an idea of your budget and what you can afford. A mortgage pre-approval involves submitting a short application and submitting financial documents to a mortgage lender. This includes tax returns, pay stubs, W-2s, bank statements, and they will also look into your credit history and your credit score. To qualify for an FHA insured loan, you're going to need a minimum credit score of 580 with a 3.5% down payment. However, some FHA lenders require a credit score of at least 620. For a conventional loan, borrowers would need to have at least a minimum credit score of 620 in order to qualify. Now, when you get pre-approved, your lender will quote you on an interest rate and it will determine a specific loan amount that you qualify for and give you a pre-approval letter. And with this pre-approval letter, you're going to submit with your first offer. Now, when you're trying to find a lender, it's best to discuss it with your real estate agent. Usually the real estate agent's been working with a lender for a few years, and before you start buying around, just discuss it with your real estate agent to see if they are connected with a lender, and also helps to kind of expedite the process as well. All right, let's talk about step number 2. This is the fun part. This is where you go house hunting. Now, the benefits of working with a real estate agent is that the agent can create a list of properties within the area that you're looking for and also within your price range. They can help schedule showings for you, and most importantly, they can help you craft a winning offer and negotiate with the seller. Now, before you start the home search, make a list of your must-haves, like features, your wants, square footage, the style of home, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, do you want a condo, do you want a single family home? All these details help the agent narrow down the search to make sure that they find the right home for you within your criteria. Now let's talk about step number 3, make an offer and negotiate. Once you find a property, your agent will help you craft a strong offer based on recently sold homes in the area. The agent might recommend an offer that's above, below, or at asking price. Now, once you submit the offer with your pre-approval letter, the seller can accept it, reject it, or counter it. If your offer has been accepted, you're gonna pay something called earnest money, which is called good faith money that shows you're a serious buyer. All right, now we're at step number 4. Finish your mortgage application. Once your offer has been accepted, you'll submit your purchase agreement to the mortgage lender. This officially starts the mortgage process, and you'll receive a revised loan estimate with mortgage details for that specific property. Next, your loan file goes through underwriting. During the underwriting process, your mortgage lender will now take an in-depth look at your credit, your financial history, your debts, to verify if you qualify for your mortgage loan. Even though you submitted financial information to your lender during the pre-approval phase, you might still need to provide additional documentation. For example, if your family gifted you money for closing costs or down payment, you are going to have to provide a gift letter from the donor. Also, just a very, very important detail, you should respond to your lender as soon as possible with all their inquiries to avoid any closing delays. All right, now we are at step number 5, get a home appraisal. I've been doing this video all day. It's actually getting a little dark out, so the lighting might change. A mortgage lender would not lend more than what the property is worth. Therefore, a home appraisal is to determine the fair market value of the home. During the underwriting process, your lender will hire a third-party appraisal to conduct the evaluation. By the way, I apologize for the background noises. There is construction going on across the street from me. If the home appraises below your agreed upon sales price, you might need to renegotiate the price with the seller or cover the appraised gap in cash. If the appraised value is at or above the purchase price, the sale should be able to go forward as planned. Now we're at step number 6, get a home inspection. Now a home inspection is not required when buying a home, but it's highly recommended, and I'm going to explain why. These inspections can reveal hidden problems with the home, and if so, you can ask the seller to lower the price or fix these problems before closing. Home inspectors check the exterior of the house, the interior of the house, they check the plumbing, electrical systems, they check the roof, they check the foundation, and other structures. If the seller refuses to fix any major issues, you can back out of the home purchase as long as your contract is contingent on a satisfactory inspection report. A home inspection can take a more in-depth look at the property and its structure. Now we are at step number 7, get final approval from the lender. Once your lender receives all necessary documentation, including the appraisal report, the underwriter conducts one final credit check. They'll issue a final loan approval and schedule a closing date. You'll receive and sign your closing disclosure at least 3 days before your closing. This form includes actual details about your mortgage, including your monthly payments, your interest rate, and the amount of cash you'll have to bring at closing. It's important that your credit and financial situation remain the same during the mortgage process. So you shouldn't switch jobs, take any new debt, open up new credit accounts, or buy a brand new car. So any major changes to your financial situation or your credit score can actually jeopardize your mortgage approval. So no major changes to your financial situation or your credit score. All right, and now we are at step number 8. This is your final walkthrough. You're gonna want to schedule your final walkthrough about a few days before closing. You can walk through the property to confirm that if there were any repairs that needed to be repaired are completed and done the right way. Also make sure there's no issues with the property. The final walkthrough occurs once the seller moves out and removes all their belongings. Now we are at step number 9, closing your mortgage loan. The final step to buying a house is closing day. You'll typically go through the closing agent's office with a photo ID and your certified funds to pay your down payment and closing cost. On closing day, you'll sign a paperwork to finalize the details of your transaction and of course, take ownership of your new property. On average, closing day usually takes about 1 to 2 hours. You'll receive copies of all the documentation and the key to your first home. Now, step number 10, move in. Isn't that exciting? I know it might sound a little overwhelming, but I hope that I was able to break these things down for you as easy as possible. I'm also gonna go through a few extra steps that you're gonna take when you move into your new home, your first home. Connect or transfer utilities, check all smoke detectors, change door locks, replace air filters, and update your mailing address. I hope this was helpful, and I hope that your first home buying process goes as smoothly as possible. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, hit that bell button so you get notified when I post more videos. And if you think of anything else, or if you want me to discuss anything else in the future, please leave it on the comments. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching and happy home buying 2023.